Okay, yeah. It's on Facebook. That's good. I need to take YouTube always has touching a little bit. Live. Okay, good. We're there. Okay, got a few people on. Let's see. Just wanted to get this. Okay, I think somehow it might work. Okay, guys. Thank you guys all. Oh, look at you guys. Look so relaxed on the sofa there. I'm like sweating here trying to get my computer to work. Nice, nice. So yeah, so welcome to our little show. It's our first one of 2022, and I forgot how to do half of the stuff I'm supposed to do, and my computer isn't really playing with me very fairly tonight. So I hope it all works. But at least we got started. almost exactly on time. Actually, it was pretty good. So yeah, Victor, you guys look really totally relaxed. You guys are live out there? Or is that it was like a screensaver?
Yeah. A bit lag.
You're live. All right. Cool.
Cheers.
Okay. And Jillian, Gigi. So you like to be called Gigi?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my preference. Thank you.
That's your preference. Okay. I call you Jillian, and you're like, oh, what did I do wrong? Jillian,
my
time for
mom.
dinner.
Giving me fucking flashbacks.
Sorry, Gigi. Gigi from Lyoness is joining us, and Louis from Phantom Booth, who's actually going to play his guitar. So you guys are just chilling out because I have clips to play, but Louis is actually going to do some work. Yeah. So somehow this all works. So drop a few notes on social, let people know that actually the stream is up. It's live on Facebook and YouTube. So yeah, send the word around and let's get our little show on the road here. I have to make a new video, but we'll play our old video still. There we go. Okay, that's a little rock and roll spirit. So yeah, how you guys doing? Happy New Year. It's a little later. Happy Chinese New Year. That's a little more recent than the New Year itself. You guys been good?
Is it a new year? I feel like it's been 2020 for like a decade now.
I'm with you on that actually. Yeah, it's been kind of a long haul. But actually, we had a show. Victor played at a show for us. Was about 10 days ago, and it was a pretty good show. A lot of people showed up. It was good crew. Yeah, we had a nice crowd, so people are starting to go out again. So that's encouraging. I was in Camden on Sunday, and the streets were packed again, and people walking around and eating cotton candy and buying really strange glow-in-the-dark clothing. But okay, or makes you happy. But yeah, no, it was good. So yeah, I think signs of life. So hopefully, as we crawl out of the winter, maybe in the spring, it'll look like what it used to look like whenever that was. So yeah, actually, one thing that's kind of exciting is that the new cocoa place is going to open up in the spring as well. That looks pretty awesome. There's a post on the blog about it, but they put 70 million pounds into it, massive. They took the whole block out, redid the main theater, there's a new dome on it, and there are 2 other music spaces, and it really looks incredible. So that'll be a fun place to wander through and check out some live music. They haven't put a whole lot of programming up yet, but there should be some good shows there. But I mean, other than going to our shows, I haven't really been out too much. So I need to push myself a little bit. If I'm not seeing you guys, that's like I'm not going out. So, but yeah, okay, well. How about Louis, since you're playing, why don't we let you play live first, and then we'll go in and play the clips from these guys we have from the recent shows. So cool. You ready for that? Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe just like a little update on tell us what you're up to before you get started playing.
So yeah, my name's Louis. And I'm the lead singer in the band Phantom Booth. And what we've been up to recently, not a lot. We've been doing a lot of recording over the last year.
Nice.
I've been a student at Abbey Road Studios, and so we've had access to all their facilities and have been recording loads and loads, as much as we can. So we're kind of now sat on this big pile of recording, and we're kind of ready to get out and do something with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you're playing on Sunday, right?
Yeah, at the Fiddler's Elbow.
Great. Are you going to play with Katie as well? So you're going to play 2 sets?
Yeah, I'll be there twice. Yeah.
Nice. Actually, we met Louis first through Katie, Katie Jane, who's she has COVID, so hopefully she said she hopes that she's better in time for the show.
Yeah.
And Katie, really fantastic singer, really great, just great set. And then we got to know you because you were on stage with her. Like, hey, actually, I got my own band. We're like, hey, why not? That was great. You guys had a great set over at the Dublin Castle.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing venue. I was the first time we played there, and like looking forward to playing there again. I really liked
Yeah,
it.
really, really cool place. You guys had a nice long set there. It was an interesting afternoon when half the bands had COVID. Actually, I caught COVID that day.
Oh, no, really? Oh, no,
Yeah.
sorry. That's awful.
Yeah. And I don't think it was your fault. Maybe it was. I don't. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's why I hope it wasn't.
It was worth it though, because I was going to get COVID eventually. So, catching COVID in the Dublin Castle is kind of like, it's like a little badge. I should have a little badge I can wear on my heavy metal T-shirt, my Metallica T-shirt.
Yeah, it's better than like on the bus.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. All right. So why don't you play a few songs for us? It sounded good
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
sound check. So let's get that rolling.
Cool, yeah, I'll go for it. This first song I'm going to play is a song called Blind Emotion, which is one of the very few songs we actually do have released at the moment. So if you like this, you can find an acoustic version of it online. Like you, more than she'd like me to. But baby, we can talk about it. I don't think I'd live without it. When I see your eyes, then I realize that I've taken it too far. Mistaken you for who I thought you were. Overcome with blind emotion. I'm sorry if I left my brain at home. Struck with fear as he pulls your near. Is this what you want to do? 'Cause if you mess with him, he'll mess with you. It hurts inside when I close my eyes, and all I can do is picture you and all the things we would do. Overcome with blind emotion. I'm sorry if I left my brain at home. I'm not really sorry. Don't feel too guilty with this responsibility. What do you wanna do? 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 Overcome with blind emotion. I'm sorry if I left my brain at home. I'm not really sorry. Don't feel too guilty with this responsibility.
All right, I can get back there. Sorry, clapping there was like a little late on the switch. Nice track. Nice track. So where'd that one come from?
I can't remember. It was a very long time ago. It was one of the first songs we wrote as a band all together. I think probably back in 2018 or 2017, something like that. But yeah. So it's quite an old track. So I can't perfectly remember what we were thinking about at the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that school? Tell us more about that school. It's kind of an interesting place.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool school. It's been going for about the last 6 years, and it's just like a 1 year course in music production and engineering. It's like basically everything you need to know about working in a studio, which is kind of amazing.
How'd you hear about it?
I think I just did a lot of research on the internet, and that's how I heard about it. Because I thought I wasn't really impressed by anything that they had going on at universities or stuff like that, and I kind of wanted something that wasn't going to be 3 years out of my life at a uni, and kind of something that's a bit more fast track, and also being in London, so you can kind of do your own hustle while studying, which is nice.
Right.
But so I just heard about it online, and I, but when I got into it, people really came from all over. There's a lot of international students, so it's quite
yeah, it was nice. I mean, you guys brought a nice crowd to the show. It was a lot of the students that you guys go to school with.
Yeah, and I mean that's how I met Katie, because she's also a student there. So it's also a good place for just meeting other chaps who are trying to
other musicians.
There's quite a few. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, you got a few more songs for us?
Yeah, I've got. I can keep going on that.
Well, not all night. For a while, maybe.
Cool. Well, this song's called "The 4th of July," and it's not to do with the conventional holiday, but it's all about. I believe the 4th of July was the day that pubs reopened in the UK.
Okay.
The first day.
That's right.
So it's all about that.
Freedom.
Yeah. It's the 4th of July, and everyone's outside, getting drunk and high. For God's sake, pick up your phone. I know you feel alone, and your world's out of control. I'm the one who's wise, who decides to be the one who stays inside. The others wonder why. It is 'cause I'm the one who is petrified of the ones gathered outside as the world begins to move on by. And here it comes again. But is no one else afraid or willing to behave? You reckless trip, you ray. Did no one ever explain the choices we must make? I'm the one who's wise, who decides to be the one who stays inside. The others wonder why. It is 'cause I'm the one who is petrified of the ones gathered outside as the world begins to move on by. Rubble from the ceiling starts to fall on me. The tower is falling down into the Black Sea. Mirrors start to shatter, splinters from the tree. The pictures start to fade away as the flame encircles me. Mammals storm the bedroom as the people try to hide. The coral is flooded now as the moon commands the tide. Foundations are cracking, concrete tears away. The sun in the sky, it blinds my eyes. I'm plummeting in the sea. Tower falling down
tower falling down, rumbling in the sea. Tower falling down, rumbling in the sea. Tower falling down.
All right, that's a cool song. Sounds really good. You sound like, I think in terms of getting all the equipment working and stuff. I guess they're teaching you something useful over at the school because you sound good.
Yeah. It's 1 year well spent at school.
Exactly. Yeah. So when do you actually finish school? You finish in the summer?
Yeah, I actually graduated last week.
Oh, last week! Wow.
Yeah. So now into the real world kind of thing.
What does that look like?
What the real world?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's nice to not have lectures and worry about exams for a bit and focus on things like the band and just living life a little bit. But and it's nice because it's now like the real thing and it's doing it proper rather than studying and exams. So I don't really know what's going to happen, but it's exciting either way.
Cool. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. I know when I graduated university a really long time ago, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I still generally don't. So it's a journey away from the things I really don't like. I'd say has probably been more my approach. So
yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So exciting. So you guys are playing on Sunday. You gonna bring the whole band?
Yeah. Well, it's the whole band, but we're our
this is kind of like a graduation party as well, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll feel like it. Yeah. Especially having like mates and students at the gig and stuff. But it's going to be slightly different because our bass player, talking about life and where life takes you, has just become a teacher in Spain. So we're now reduced to a 3-piece with me playing bass. So it will be a bit different, but it's quite fun doing it as a 3.
Yeah, I think bands have become a lot more flexible these days between COVID and all these things. You're like, okay, yeah, we'll play with 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
A shadow puppet. Yeah, whatever, no problem. I think the music fans appreciate all this stuff too. So it's everyone's in on it together. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about one more song and then we'll move on with the show. So what do you got next for us?
Yeah. Okay, this is a song called Apparatus, which is one of the ones that we've recorded in Abbey Road and had a lot of fun doing. So this is a new one. It goes a little something like this. I'm leaving the premises. I don't wanna be your nemesis today. Get out of my way. I'm changing my occupation. I don't wanna be your coffee maker anymore. Know that for sure. I'm so tired of being told what I should think. It's not my fault that the world outside is on the brink. I respect your point of view, but don't involve me, and I won't involve you. I'm leaving the institution. I don't want to be part of your revolution today. Get out of my way. Focus stick with an acrobat, play games with a monkey in his hat is random words. It's so absurd, and I'm so tired of being told what I should think. It's not my fault that the world outside is on the brink. I respect your point of view, but don't involve me, and I won't involve you. Ba-ba-da, 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 I'm sorry you feel this way. I wish you could see it yesterday.
All right. It's quite nice to hear the acoustic because, I mean, when you guys played as a band, you guys were loud. I mean, it was like a totally different kind of like hammering kind of rock stuff.
Yeah. Well, I like playing like this because for a very long, for 6 months last year, I lived with the guitar player in my band, and this is how we wrote all the songs, was just sat on the sofas playing acoustic guitars. It's nice to go back to this because it feels like a full circle of the life of the song. It's like you start it in your living room, and then do it with the band, and then play it acoustically.
I mean,
nice.
these songs become things you live with for a long time. I mean, they're like they're like artifacts of your whole life, right? I mean, they're just with you once they're out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for playing tonight. We look forward to it. I won't be at the show on Sunday, sadly. I can't make it, but we're going to send a crew down there to take good care of you. And
cool.
Yeah, it should be a great show. I mean, it's such a great place. Going down to the Fiddlers, and the show's going to start around the whole day starts like around 3-4 o'clock, and it'll go until like 10 o'clock at night or something. So a good full day of rocking, and it's such a friendly place. Really, the Fiddlers. It's as you guys know, it's an intimate space, and you can belly up to the bar, and there's some places to hang out and chat and come in and out of the live music, and this is even some chance to wander into Camden on the way in to pick up some greasy food that keeps you going. So yeah, so it's going to be a great day. A lot of really good acts with you. Katie will be there. Actually, who else is playing? Because I should know that. I'm like so flustered today with my freaking. Let me just get the list up here because it's a very good lineup. Tickets are on sale on the shop.camden-live.com. And who else is playing on Sunday? We have, Slim Blue, really great blues band, rippin' band. Oh, of course, Victor, you guys are playing on Sunday also. And Louis, you're going to play Grand Fergo. These guys are like, they're like surf rock. I don't know how they ended up in London doing surf rock, but it's really cool kind of music. And then also a band called The Outliers, which I don't know, but they're kind of grunge rock band. So yeah, it should be a really good day. So that's 2, 4, 6 bands, 8 bands. So yeah, so it'd be a nice full day over at the Fiddler's Elbow. Live music lovers, we do this for you. So please come out and enjoy the day. Have fun with Phantom Booth and Victor and everybody else. So cool. Okay, so speaking of Victor, Victor, how are you guys doing out there?
Pretty good. I think, yeah. You guys are good?
Yeah.
Yeah? We make a little poll maybe? You guys want to check each other?
Well, I was trying to check.
Yeah, you're trying to check your camera.
That's good. That's good. People like that. My understanding is people really enjoy that. So yeah, so keep doing that. So what have you guys been up to?
We were just waiting to talk to you, John.
Okay.
Oh, you mean?
I mean, just in general, I mean, not today, but I mean, but thank you for that. I've been waiting to talk to you guys also, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
So what would you like to tell your fans about where you guys are headed with the band this year? So last year, obviously, a very difficult year, but you guys played it quite a bit, nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, I think collectively we just kind of want to play some gigs in London and kind of, yeah, I think, COVID affected music in a way where you had the plans coming up and just kind of playing music to charge rooms again with people enjoying music is something that we kind of want to do. So we discussed possibly playing a few gigs outside of London.
All right.
It's beneficial for the band. But we're just really enjoying playing in Camden with you, John, That's been great.
It's always a pleasure. We love you guys.
Yeah. And that's mutual. And we just trying to enjoy that vibe and to get a bit more perfect, get more fans out, get more people coming out and discovering what we do, and yeah, that's it.
Because you guys have a really interesting style because you travel across a lot of different kinds of music. Is there any? Yeah. What's that all about? I mean, why are you guys so eclectic?
Well, instead of me talking about, I didn't probably on Louis. I don't know. Do you want to talk? No, you can answer it.
We've all gone shy. We've got stage.
Wow. You need to put instruments in your hands and mics in front of you. Then you guys get very loud.
I guess we like to keep it interesting. We like to fuse a lot of different genres to make it interesting. I guess with those kind of musicians that we kind of like doing things a little more unusual.
We like a challenge.
We do love the challenge.
Yeah, we actually trying to work on some new music as well. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we like it.
I think what we do represents London culturally. I think London is a melting pot of culture. You got different cultures colliding, and you find like it's like cuisines colliding. Like in Clapham, there's a place that there's like a Brazilian cuisine with Japanese, fusion. I think this is the kind of stuff you get in London. You get these kind of like colliding the cultures. If you like it or don't like it, it's subjective.
London's very cute.
Yeah, the reason why people like something is the same reason somebody hates something. So I think with the vintage, it's either you like it or you don't like it. We fuse music together. We think we represent London. We represent the cross-cultural gap in London. I mean, like Louis is from like Hampton, to like full English family. I was born in the Caribbean. Dylan is, his dad is Italian and mom is Jamaican. So I think the inclusion of culture.
You're from Barbados, right?
But yeah, I'm originally from Barbados, but I was living in the UK for probably like almost 20 years now, really. So I think you become a Londoner, and I think Victor in the Ventures is a rock band I think a relevant rock band in a sense because we fuse genres that are I think transgenerational.
Yeah.
And everybody can share. But I think specifically we do a quite good job at fusing the right elements in a way that's tasteful. I think that's the word to use. That's in a way that's tasteful and interesting. Because there's a lot of guys who do fusion. Obviously, I want to be the best, John. So
no doubt.
We spend a lot of attention at the craft of what we do. We want it to be interesting, and we want people to have fun.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. That's what I would say about the band. And I mean, you guys, it's like a little bit of a journey because you never know whatever mood you're in is going to be a slightly different set, and you guys can travel across a couple different things and throw a mix of music at people, and it's almost like it's the kind of music you kind of expect to hear, kind of rip and rock, but then you guys take it off a slightly different direction. You're like, whoa, that's pretty different, and then you bring it back, and it's like, okay, well, it opened a little door, and then you kind of went through it, messed everything up, and came back again.
But that's why my favorite bands did, like Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin is a band that did that really well. I think, like, we live in an era where people went away or went away from that because everybody is influenced by pop and mainstream pop and what's selling. And that's why I love to see bands like Greta Van. People may insult me or criticize me for saying that. But I like bands like Greta Van because they're trying to pay homage to a great era of music. No, I don't want to be Led Zeppelin, and this is what we fuse ourselves with, like, completely.
I mean, if you're having a bad day and people say, "Hey, you guys like Led Zeppelin," you'd be like, "Yeah, okay, we could take that."
Yeah, of course. That's a compliment I would take.
That'd be all right, right? You'd be like, "Okay, yeah, all right."
Yeah, of course. The thing is, you can't really get away from sounding a bit like your influences. You know what I mean? But I think what becomes us is how we deliver the fusion of what we do. I am influenced by like Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Rage Against the Machine, Rakim, L. Cool J. These are things that influence me. So I think that I try to stay true to my influences, but it is still technically vintage. It's something unique. It's a blend of the influences and my interpretation of that.
Yeah, I mean, so I like the title of the band, The New Vintage. I think that kind of grabs that spirit. It's like it's familiar, but it's not something you've heard quite that way before. So that keeps it interesting.
I think that's what philosophy means. It means fusion of the old or the vintage with new constructs, basically musically. Vintage is a fact. He's flat, but these days, sorry.
All right, well. I always have my camera out at all the gigs, so I have to apologize to you and also to Gigi because I made really nice, like, polished, edited down video clips, but my computer is acting up and I can't render them yet. But I'll play the raw footage, and I'll get them up on YouTube really soon, and then it'll just be better, right? That you guys look pretty good now, but it'll just be better. So so I pulled out 3 good clips from the last show. So you guys haven't seen them yet. So this is kind of like, this is not even a world premiere. This is a premiere to you also. So yeah, check it out. So here's the first clip. Let's see what it sounds like. You guys ready? Did I build that up enough? You excited? You're like, wow, what are we doing? Yeah, okay, all right. Check this out. That was pretty good, huh? You guys are like, you guys sounded good. That's the first time you played that song. I think I hadn't heard that song before.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time we played that song for Louis, my good friend, and he's not already new to the project, but he came on the project and he had to kind of digest a lot of the songs. So we were just waiting for the key to kind of be able to play the song before we did it, right? And just recently we kind of got it up and running.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's not the easiest song to play. So
no, it's good.
We don't want to so yeah.
No, I like it. I like it because I mean, you guys are one of the few bands where, like, you actually just step back and just kind of rip the guitar. It's like to have like a really good guitar solo, kind of a really, showcase up in front guitar solo with some good depth around it and the drums and the bass, just like showcase like a cool guitar play. It's not so many bands are doing that. So.
Yeah, one of my favorite comedians, but Bill Burr. You know Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that he says is that there's no bands playing great guitar solos anymore. But I try to be careful of that because you don't want to be like always playing a solo. And if you play a solo, you want it to be really good. So I mean, most of my solos are short.
Right. Right, because you want more. You want to plant the seed that you got to listen to more. It's like.
Yeah, short and sweet, and people may want more. So that's the idea. I reckon if I play anything beyond 8 bars, Louis will truly stick at me, probably.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did it sound on your end? Did it sound okay? Because I just had that was just handheld with my little with my Nikon. I'm actually surprised how good it sounds because it's pretty loud in that place. I mean, it's like a loud, really super loud venue. Okay, here's the next one, which is a shorter one for some reason. I don't know why, but let's check it out. What was the name of that song so people can go look for it?
It's falling, as in falling in love or falling.
Got it.
It's a metaphor. It's falling morally and falling in love. It's a yin and yang.
Yin and yang. Okay, let's see what this one is. like my battery died right there. So, I had to switch batteries at that point.
That's all right. I understand.
That was ripping. No, it's a good. That's a really lively stuff. I mean, I think that's what's cool about your music is you guys can play the tempo. You get it up. You get everyone kind of jamming. It's really cool. It's really cool. Okay, and I have one more clip. This is a longer one. So here we go. You guys ready? This was the last. Do you remember the last song you played at the last show? This is it.
Slow.
Slow.
Or down. Yeah, can you slow?
Rather I lie, never asking why I was denied. Maybe it's all crazy, or maybe you tried to face me. You can say what you want, everybody's looking for you. The substance is a woman, sex appeal. Slow. Let's go slow. Let's go slow. Let's go slow. I never tried, never asking why I was denied. Maybe it's all crazy, or maybe you tried to face me. You can say what you want, but everybody's looking for real. The substance, sex appeal. Let's go slow. Let's go slow. Let's go slow. Let's go slow. Hold up. Baby, should I slow down or should I go down? Cause if I go down, then you know the shit's gonna go down. She said, now but think about it, maybe you should go down. Show me what you got, give me the lowdown. Now as I go down, time starts to slow down. Making up, I'm making up. Could be a showdown, I feel like a matador, dancing by the sedator, risking it all for the truth and dreaming, so sticking it. It's not just a metaphor for the pain I cannot do. Maybe it's more, maybe it could be that we were more than ecstasy. The reality of what telepathy is creating this gravity. I feel you pulling me here, the chemistry is telling me that we could be that. Oops, I came against you, walks to walk, I shim against you, shit, give me pain again. My souls are ruined, it's hard to endure. Maybe I should slow down before I go down. just slow down. Slow down, baby, we should slow down. Hope you guys have fun.
Oh, all right, yeah, all right. Yeah, that was great. You've played that song a few times, but I thought that was the best version of that song I heard. That was really killer.
I think Louis did a really good job.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was all coming together. It was just really. I mean, it was good the first few times I heard it, but that was like, wow! It was like, that was great. That was really great. I'm glad I got that one full. I got the full track on the recording, so I'll make a nice thing for that and throw it up on YouTube for you guys.
I think the good thing with that particular take is that we're probably like 60 to 70% a lot of hard rock, and I think Louis he definitely brings out the hard rock elements of what we do, and but because obviously there is a clear fusion between reggae and rock, and yeah, I think that particular song worked well. The fusion of the hard rock and the reggae elements.
Yeah, it was awesome. Awesome. I loved it. I loved it. Cool. Okay, well, yeah, there's plenty more of that this coming Sunday over at the Fiddlers. I know Louis is going to be there, like slamming it on the stage, right? Louis, you'll be there, yeah, ripping it up. I heard those guys. Those guys were killing.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, man.
No, thank you guys. That was freaking awesome. That was awesome. I felt like I relived the whole set there, so that was great. Speaking of which, I have Gigi's entire set, because I have to say, we had Gigi over at the St. Pancras Old Church. And we played a lot of shows there, and we've had some problems with the acoustics and all this kind of stuff. And when I spoke to her, I said, it's one of the bands, actually, the Healthy Junkies, played before you guys, and they were like, no, we're gonna do like this acoustic thing. And Phil was like, yeah, maybe we'll get a choir or something. I said, okay, you really lost your mind completely. And you guys were like, no, we're gonna play as loud as we possibly can, and like, we don't care. We're just gonna.
Yeah, well, we had just gotten, it was funny because we had just gotten done with a run of shows supporting Rise Against. And so we did that tour acoustic because they were doing an acoustic run to support their latest album, and due to some level of like COVID restrictions or whatever, coming over from the States, it made more sense for them to do acoustic and just have two people. And we were asked to support. And when Rise Against emails you and asks, can you come and support them, you just say yes, and then you figure it out later. But it was really interesting because that was only maybe like a week or so before we played the show at the Old Church, and we probably still could have played the acoustic set. I think at that point we were like, oh, we're just dying to get back out and play as loud as we possibly can. And I thought the acoustics were great personally, but
it sounded amazing.
I don't know if you can beat church acoustics really.
No, and you guys, it was an interesting evening, and I think, I don't want to take anything away from any other band that's played, because we had the series running from September through December, the middle of December. We had 24 shows, 114 sets, 83 bands, and I really have to say honestly that your set was in the top of all that. I don't want to say it was the best because I don't like to choose best, but it just absolutely killed everybody. And some of the bands, some of the fans that had come to see the other bands, they didn't know you guys, and they were just like, "What is that?" They were like in love. Where they just you killed everybody. So yeah, it was unbelievable. Yeah, so I have the whole set. So we got like 25 minutes or so of music. So I'll
Oh my
play a
God.
clip. We'll have a little chat.
All right, please don't play all of it. I hope you vetted the songs that sound good.
I have to play all of it because I couldn't tell you which song I don't like. So we're all relaxed. Everyone's sitting down. Why is it sunny where you are? Are you in the U.S.?
Oh, it's my sad lamp.
Okay.
It means that I don't fall asleep at my desk after sitting here for 7 hours.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll have a little more of a chat, but I wanted to play some of the stuff. So this one, I told you, I was up last night. I edited all of the film, and it's all really cool effects and stuff. This clip has the effects. The other clips don't because I got to rescue them off my rendering of Adobe Premiere Pro. But you'll get a flavor for what the other ones will look like when I render them from this clip. So check this out. That was so awesome. That was so awesome. You guys are like, I wish we were there. You guys wish you were there at that show, don't you? That was just awesome. And how gorgeous did Gigi look, right? Was she like the most gorgeous thing up there?
It was so fun to just be in a church and low-key feeling like you're sort of desecrating it. I don't know. It was just...
I mean, a lot of your music is pretty dark, I have to say. I mean, in Jen, when I meet you, you're a very upbeat and kind of bright person, but your music's dark. I mean, your lyrics are dark. They're hard.
It's got to go somewhere, I guess. it either comes out in my life or it comes out in the music. So you got to channel it somewhere, I guess.
Yeah. Where did that song come from? Because that was like.
Yeah, so the silence, obviously being American, but living here in the UK, it's interesting because you see what's going on culturally. And for me, this song was really about complacency, especially when it comes to things like the Black Lives Matter movement, that it's easy to sit on the fence, it's easy to not say anything, it's easy to not take a stance, and that's just as harmful most of the time as the outright bullshit, right? So the silence is about people who are choosing to stay complacent and complicit, and kind of standing for change.
Right. You're from West Virginia, right? Did I remember that correctly?
Yes. Yep.
Right.
I'm from West Virginia.
I'm from New York, so for those of you who think like I'm English, I'm not. I know a lot of people think maybe I was English, but
accents change over time. You don't have as much. A lot of people think I'm Irish because I've been here for 8 years, so your accent starts to mold after you've been here. It softens a little bit. Yeah, it softens. Yeah, and then you realize how fucking loud Americans are, and then you change the way you speak as well. So you realize how
so true.
Americans are a lot of good things, and quiet is not something that we often are.
You'd easily throw at a bunch of group of Americans.
No. We're not a subtle people.
We are not. We're just getting more or less subtle as it goes. Okay, I got more music. You guys ready for more? I have the whole set. So let's keep plowing through it because it gets better. Really, it does get better. But I no effects. That was my effort for the effects. So this is the raw footage.
Well, I'm excited to see the rest of it.
Okay, here we go.
Everybody who voted for Donald Trump and Boris Johnson and for Brexit, fuck you. Yeah.
great. Just great. What was also really amazing, I mean, we had the lighting set up and the way that the shadows were being thrown all over. It looked like there were like twice as many people on stage. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And you guys really choreographed. I don't know if you guys like had a little dance ritual set up there, but everyone was moving really well.
I think we just, obviously with Steph's history in Gallows, where he started with music was sort of Gallows, like whether you're super familiar with them or not, was very almost like performance based, right? Like I don't know if you've ever seen them live, if you see live clips of when they were all together, it was raucous. And I think that's just been always so ingrained in the projects that he and I have created together, is that movement piece. And when we've brought in other members of the band as well, it just allows everyone to kind of be in the moment and be in the song and be in that together. And so we always just aim to play the way, and practice the way we perform. Okay. And, you can't jump around on stage and not have practice that way, because you'll just pass out at some point. So for us, it's really about, music, obviously, it sounds so cliche, but it is that passion. And for us, we're not 20 years old anymore. This is something that we do because we love. And this is where we get to channel a lot of our passion and our drive into what we do, whether it's on stage or in the studio or photo shoots or music videos or whatever it ends up being.
It was awesome. It was awesome. So that song has a couple lyrics I just wanted to tickle you with. The world is hate.
Yeah.
So that's like, it feels that way. It definitely feels that way these days.
Yeah. This was another song similar to The Silence. Is probably one of the most politically driven songs, and not just political, culturally driven songs of just, feeling hopeless and feeling like, I think as the greater general public, don't want to live in a world where it's based around discrimination because of anything, for any reason, gender or race or disability or any of the layers of marginalization. And it is not we the people, right? And there is a lot of police
brutality. Was it ever we the people? It was like, was that like a big marketing stunt?
We like to think that it was, and I think with the rise of, information and the internet and having all of this at our fingertips, it's creating a situation where we have to start looking inward. But the hardest part is that even if you decide you want the world to be better, how do you make it better? How do you stop police brutality? How do you change unfair taxation? How do we make the world not just a more equal place, but a more equitable place? How do we do that? How do we do that when, we're all just vying for some level of success or power or money? And I think there's enough to go around. It's just in the hands of a handful of people.
Right. Let's just break down this lyric for me. The enemy of truth is reason. Because I sending my kids to school now, and like we got to work on the other way, right? We're like forcing them to be logical and reasonable. But I think that's just a fascinating. It's like been in my head for days since I've been listening to this. And I have to tell you that we drove down to France, and I played all your songs like 100 times on the 12-hour trip to France.
Oh, amazing. Well, that's so good to hear. I think, where that comes from is you can reason anything. You can create reasons, you can create justifications, you can create logic for why we hate, why we discriminate, why we are justified for having a certain thing or taking something from someone else, whether it's money or a life. We have reasons. We can have reasons for all of those things, but that's not the truth. And you can create a new truth by reasoning your way into something else. Right. And for me, what is truth and what is pure is not always what we live by. We can create reasons and justifications to kind of do anything we want. And that's not necessarily living by some standard of truth or goodness. I don't know how to define that, but most of us know when we're doing something because we're trying to get something out of it versus it's a decent thing to do.
I mean, I'd like to think that I know that, but when I go to the U.S. and talk to Americans lately, I just like, I had this. I was in Denver a couple of years ago. I had a chance to meet proper Trump supporters, proper, entitled people who had like all kinds of money and stuff. And I was desperately trying to avoid the political discussions, but eventually got pulled into it. And we were talking about something. I don't want to get into the details, but it was about Trump. And for me, it wasn't a discussion about some of his behavior. It's just that, like, that's what happened. Like, you don't need to have some, gigantic deconstruction of what he did or didn't do. Like, he did these things. And some friends of ours said, "Oh, that's not a fact. That's just your opinion." And I was like, "No, no, not my opinion. My opinion is the guy's a horrible guy," which is also a fact. But
in that case, those things are two things.
Right, those two are actually true. Right.
Yeah.
But people get tangled up in this thing about no. Actually, truth is now, and facts are everything's an interpretation of something that happened or didn't happen, and an opinion now is what people are fighting about. And I was just like it's.
Yeah, it's and I think that's why no matter what, even though I don't think Lyoness is a political band, I don't think we're a political band.
No,
I think these are
but you
conversations that we have to have.
Yeah.
Whether it's your lived experience or what we're seeing culturally, how can you not write about what's going on in the world?
Okay, I got more. You ready for more? It's
Ready.
Good, right? It's good. We'll play it all. Why not? Let's play it all.
The sound quality is really good for just being captured.
so great. I mean, I guess we were also just like starving for live music, you know, and that you guys hit that right at the right moment where it's like it was like a real show. Because I think that the movement and the way you guys had it all going, and you know, you put on a really nice outfit, which not a lot of bands were. Everyone was, a lot of the bands were just kind of like, you know, okay, we're just going to make it and see what happens. But you guys really came to deliver. It was really fantastic.
I think it kind of helps, you know. I mean, the church setting obviously helps as well.
I know.
Oh my God, this is like an amazing venue. And, but, you know, a show is a show, right? Otherwise, everyone just sit at home and watch YouTube videos or listen to music on Spotify. Like, there has to be some level of interaction, or, you know, we have to, and honestly, also, we just want to have a good time. It might sound selfish, but like, we want to have a good time. We want to enjoy what we're doing. And hopefully that means that the crowd will enjoy what they're seeing, what they're witnessing, what they're getting involved in, however they want to get involved.
Yeah. No, great, Matt.
If we don't have a good time.
I saw you guys.
I
saw you guys a bunch of years ago. I mean, like before COVID, I could have been like 10 years ago or 3 years ago. I don't remember now. Over at the Blackheart. That was also a really good show.
Yeah, that was a really good show. It's a great venue as well. Great venue, great show. We had a lot of other friends. I think that must have been.
It's like 4 years ago.
Was that a headline show, I think? That was ages ago. Yeah, that was ages ago. Yeah, that was a great show.
That's when I first saw you guys. I was like, wow, this is just freaking awesome.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, maybe we should go back to the church. The church presents a lot of challenges, but it really is a cool venue. And the sound was amazing. Yeah, the sound was really...
I thought the person you had working sound that night, I can't recall his name off the top of my head, but the sound was great for us on stage. The sound was great up front. Like, it was a great night all around.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so I have... This next one is actually 2 songs. Because you guys went straight into the second song. So yeah, let's check this out. It's good, right? I mean, actually, I think the sound quality is really, like you were just saying, it's not bad for a handheld camera. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we go.
and keep deadly secrets into the night. I'm on the line to be a face in the sun. My wild mind, myself and I know that the blind is not a place. So we got to do the best of all our Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, so that song is one. I think the first one you played that hasn't been released yet, but it will be coming out on the EP that we're going to be releasing in late April. So we're not actually that far off. So that is a song called Fever Dream, and that one will be out in, I suppose, late April. Yeah.
Nice. And when do we have you guys are playing for us in April? I think also, right?
I think it's the 10th. I don't have the date in front of me. I think it's the 10th at the Fiddler's Elbow. We have never been there before, so it'll be cool. Yeah, it'll be cool to be there.
Yeah, you'll love that place. You'll love that place. Yeah, you guys are playing on the 10th with Victor. Look at this, Victor. Victor's.
Oh, okay, amazing, perfect. I was going to say I was getting a bit jealous earlier. You guys talking about playing together this Sunday. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Victor's
but
playing
we're not quite ready
with
to
you.
play out yet.
Yeah, you're going to be there, and then also Loz Campbell. You guys know Loz Campbell?
Amazing.
She is total rocker. She's amazing. That's a great. And then Uberfuse. Awesome. So, Victor, you guys are up there with 3 ripping female-fronted rock bands. So, you guys better you guys better clean up. You guys better clean up and get some movement going. You need some aerobics classes for you guys.
It's right. It's right.
It's hard to move and shred on guitar at the same time, so sometimes you got to make sacrifices in certain places. And if you're going to emulate Jimi Hendrix, you move between the riffs, you move between the solos, not during. I get it. I get it. I played guitar very badly, so I don't even play on stage at this point. It's way too much. So you do whatever you need to do to get the sounds that you need to get.
Exactly. I'm like all charged up now listening to the set again. I feel like I want to go out. I'm going to go run out of the house and go down to the pub. It'll still be open still. That was great. Well, we have the last song. So, yeah. So, I mean, really, you can see why I was gushing, guys, about how great that set was. I mean, the energy and the excitement, and it was really just such a fantastic show. So, it was, well, for sure, the highlight of our whole gig series was that. So, I hope we'll get the word out, and we'll get a whole bunch of new fans in for April. It'll be freaking amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait.
The other thing I just wanted to share is that you have a lot of lyrics that get stuck in my head. About
well, that's good. I mean, that's what I think probably the guys would say. That's one of the things. Like, you want somebody to walk out of the room humming a melody. You want somebody to walk out with a little, earworm of some chorus or some lyric that just sticks in your head. That's probably the highest compliment you could receive. Beyond, like, your voice is nice or your guitar tone is great. Those things are great too. But I think,
and you look absolutely gorgeous. You look absolutely gorgeous on stage, and you moved. It was great. No, but there's some lyrics like the lighting was good, right? That was my setup on the lighting. So I wanted to give you like that kind of Hollywood.
Kudos to you.
Yeah. It also is nicer for the video. I'm going to bring those lights to the Fiddlers because that place is so freaking dark. I think we need a little bit more light pumping in there. I love this lyric though. It's always in my head. He lived as he died alone. It's just like, I see like some mountain man in West Virginia. I know you, Steph, you guys are like cowboys out there. It's like some.
Yeah, it's kind of the Wild West in its own way. But yeah, that song "Devil's Dance" is about Robert Johnson, and it's sort of the take from the devil's side of the story. What is she experiencing? She's kind of, pulling him to the dark side, and it's kind of from that take of the legend of Robert Johnson at the crossroads selling his soul.
Right. Guy's amazing. Without him, there'd be no rock and roll music for sure. We'd all be like listening to polka music now.
Oh my God. Let's not imagine that world.
That's a bad world.
It's a different world, that's for sure.
It is. Well, I told you guys we're going to play the whole set, and everyone's like, "That's really going to be long," but we're down to the last song, and I would like more. And I know it's like
We got to write more first. No, less is more is our philosophy. We'd rather leave people wanting more. That's why I think most of we released a couple of singles at the end of last year. We're getting ready to release the next singles coming out on the 25th of February, and we're under 3 minutes every song. Like, short and sweet, keep them wanting more. Maybe eventually the songs will be longer, but at the moment...
This is the one you're going to release, right? This last one was, I think, a new song. No?
Probably. If it's called Know Thyself, that's probably I can't remember our set list. That's probably quite bad. I should probably remember the order of the songs that we played.
Well, I'll play it. You'll remember the name. You tell us afterwards.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be it.
Okay. Well, just before we play off this last song, I just wanted to thank you all guys for coming out tonight. So thanks for being on the live stream. Thanks for playing live.
Having us.
It's nice. The live stream, I thought, okay, maybe when we finish with lockdown, we shouldn't do it anymore. But it's kind of nice to chat with you guys and find out a little bit more what's going on. When we do all these shows, it's like back to back to back to back. It's like there's no chance to really talk, and some nice place for you guys to let your fans know what's going on. And so, yeah, I think we'll keep doing the live stream. It's kind of fun.
Awesome.
Kind of fun. And I have to
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's great to see you. Great to see you guys. Okay, one last end of the evening song, for both in the real life that's recorded and for tonight. So, Lyoness, live from St. Pancras Old Church.
September at the Dublin Castle. Come hang out. It's gonna be a good fucking night. This song is actually our next single. We're releasing it next week on Friday. The song is called Heroine. It's about drugs. Go away, you don't know what to do. Go away, like the danger is the way. I haven't lost my mind, but if you stay alive, come and play out and everything okay. You see, it's a day, get on the fly, but I'm
sorry.
It's so funny
I said
to-
last one song and it was 3, but whatever.
I mean, the tempos they were played at felt like one. It's so funny to watch it back. You're like, oh my God, did we really play it that fast?
But that's what's great about live music. It's like the energy just like changes the song, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you never quite know what you're going to get, which is part of the fun of it, part of the adrenaline, part of the high. Probably why all of us perform a little bit is because it's a live experience. There's nothing quite like it. Recording is great, but it's nothing like being on stage.
I agree, and thank you guys again. It was an awesome performance.
Well, we'll be back anytime you'll have us.
Yeah, I told you. Well, you guys, whenever you're ready. So we got you in April, which is great. April 10th. That is going to be a ripping show with Victor. Victor, you guys are going to have to dress up a little bit if you're going to be on stage with her. You guys have some nice clothes, right?
There's no pressure. Everyone should wear what they're comfortable in.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, he's got some very saucy trousers, don't worry.
Well, you're the drummer. No one can see that. You just take your shirt off. That's what drummer has to do.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you guys again.
Sexy trousers.
No. Are we not? I hope not. Okay. You can. I won't stop you.
I'll wear sexy trousers also.
All right.
Something for everyone to look forward to.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Exactly. What have I
We'll
started?
do like a who wore it best or something. Like we'll have to compare, who wore the leather pants better. What's that?
No, I was saying we should allow John to judge who wears it better.
No, I'm not a judge.
Exactly.
I'm not picking favorites. I'm not picking favorites.
You put them up to this though. I feel like this is back down on you, John. You've kind of made your bed. Now you got to lie in it.
Right. Anyway, guys.
She has a point.
Yeah, she has a point. We a lot of people were saying to us, we should have like a some kind of a contest or something, and the bands could, battle each other, and then the best band. I was like, no. That's not. It's not any. I'm not going there. The bands aren't battling. There's no fight to the death, and whoever doesn't die, no, we're not doing that. We enjoy all the music. Got to enjoy all the music. That's what we're there for. And I think, Victor, you're talking about earlier, like what makes London and Camden so unique is the diversity. And I find some people are just so no, I'm into death metal. No, I'm into, jazz. I'm into whatever. It's like, no, it's like.
You got to listen to everything, You got to.
Yeah.
If it's good, give it a chance,
But it's not even that. It's like, you could listen to shit on Spotify, and that's one experience. But when you go and you see you guys perform, that's the experience. That's like, I worry that live music isn't going to be forever, right? Because it'll just be all digital and
It will forever.
Live music is perishable. It's like it's not there forever. You don't see Irish folk dancing everywhere, right? I mean, they used to do that every day.
It's like a mark. Human beings need it. There'll always be room for a mark. There'll always be space for live music.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's perishable. I don't think it's a given. I mean, look at all the work you guys do for all this stuff, and it's like, people need to appreciate it, need to support it. And right now, a lot of that stuff's really broken. You guys do some amazing. You guys do amazing stuff. It's the connection.
It's COVID part. That's the question. It's COVID part of that.
I think COVID certainly hasn't helped, but I think it was pop TV and all this shit on all these music shows on TV. I could kill myself just watching them. So horrendous. It destroy all the value of creating music and sharing it. It's so.
It's sad.
I think there's a fundamental issue with music in this particular dispensation we live in, because we live in a world that's digitized and you got streaming, and it's kind of undermining the artists. We look at what happened recently with Neil Young and Spotify with Joe Rogan. And I think people need to be more aware of the issues. We need to educate the end user, the listener.
Yeah.
Happens to musicians, and I think we need to kind of educate them with the fact we need support. Musicians need we need people to come out to gigs and instead of going and watching horrible films like The Matrix, Revolutions.
That was so bad. Was that the worst movie ever? I mean, I love The Matrix. That was like.
That was a horrible movie.
It was
Why
really
did that
horrible.
happen? Why did that need to happen?
I don't know. It was so bad. I was like, what? Like, so terrible. And it's like, should have just taken all the money that they. I mean, they made a lot of money on the movie, so I guess that's why they did it. So.
Yeah.
I think it's about, I think there is, Victor's right in a sense, we definitely have to continue to educate the fans, the people who are coming to see, and we as musicians also have to be proactively going out to see other bands and being a part of the industry, but that's also part of what has to change is what's happening in the industry, right? Record deals aren't what they once were, publishing isn't what it once was, like, it's harder to make money in this industry, and bands are not getting supported the way that they were 15, 20 years ago and beyond. Yeah. And it is significantly harder to like make it. I'm not talking about being famous, that's a different level, but having a sustainable career where you don't have to do something else. It's more challenging, and that's never going to come from the fans, that comes from the industry. And that's what has to change, because that's what impacts how the artists can have a sustainable career, and then the fans show up. But if you can't afford to get to the show, if you don't have press, if you don't have the support, if you don't have the facilities to record, or whatever that might be, if you don't have any industry support, it's really tough to be a viable band and have a life. And I think that's where that change has to come from the industry, just as much as we need to get more people to come back out and come back to shows.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's a very tricky little souffle to bake these days, because all the pieces are hard to grab, right? And I mean, we're trying to help you guys, and it's like racking my brains. What can we do to make a difference? And obviously, COVID made it.
Joe, you already, what you're doing, Camden Life, is really making a difference. And it will only get better,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So people start to go out again. Tourists come. This will help a lot. This will help a lot. Anyway, guys, well, thank you so much. Great to see you. I feel like we just kind of hanging out tonight, so which is good. I missed that a little bit. Gigi, thank you again. Awesome set. Just can't wait to see you back on stage again. Louis, Victor, guys, you guys are there Sunday, man. Rip it up. I'm sorry I won't be there, but Tallulah will be there, and I'm sure you guys will pull in a few fans, and hopefully Katie won't be ill, and she can be there, because she's really awesome. You guys will love her as well. That's it.
We can do a good job,
I look forward to that.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, signing off for this evening. So thanks again, and what else can I say? Keep rocking. See you guys in Camden soon.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.